Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Public Enemies, and this movie is directed by Michael Mann, and I've seen a couple of his movies. I've seen Heat, Miami Vice, and Collateral, and those movies I enjoyed a decent amount, especially Heat. I think that movie's great. And the other two I enjoyed overall, though I'll probably never rewatch them, maybe Collateral someday, but this one, out of everything I've seen, is definitely his weakest film, and I felt as though that the story was good, had a good idea for it, and the way information was presented was well executed. And I liked the characters in this movie a lot. I think that they're very well defined, and I thought Johnny Depp and Christian Bale both did a really great job, especially Christian Bale. I thought he was the best part of the movie, and Marion Cotillard was great in it as well. Like, the acting is not where I have my issues with this movie. This movie is also entertaining throughout. I wasn't bored once. For a movie that's 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think that's pretty good. Not bored for 1 minute of it. That's definitely an achievement. And the characters, whenever they're on screen and just talking to one another, that's where the movie works pretty well for me as well. And it's not the dialogue that drags this movie down. It's just the action scenes in this movie. It's just how they're handled and put together, I feel as though really drags the movie down and really lessens the impact of a lot of scenes for me. Because there's way too many shots in this movie that are way too close. And for most of the movie, it was fine. But for the first, 20 to 30 minutes, it was kind of bugging me. But after a certain point, it didn't really bug me too much because it wasn't as close into your face as some of the rest of the movie was. And there were also too many cuts where it just felt like a trailer. And that's how I felt while watching at least a third of this movie, is that the way scenes are cut together, it kind of just felt like it was a trailer. And that was kind of odd. There were some really odd sound design choices in this movie, where the dialogue was really quiet in some scenes, and when characters are firing their guns, you can't really hear it all too well. It's weirdly nerfed, if that makes sense, because you can't really hear it, even though it's no further than like 5 feet away from the camera. And guns are pretty loud, I'm pretty sure, and it just took me out of the movie whenever that happened. There was some CG blood in this movie that looked very distracting. And that's something that really bugged me, is that technically this movie is kind of all over the place. Whereas when it's just dialogue and characters talking to one another and we're just focused on the performances, that's where the movie works for me. Which is most of the movie, for sure, but everything else, not so much. It's kind of all over the place, kind of a mess. Lots of room for improvement, for sure. But all in all, this is a movie that I would say I enjoyed enough of it. I don't think it's great. I wish that it was a lot better than it was. But there's still a lot that I like about it. I thought Johnny Depp and Christian Bale both did great jobs. Same with Marion Cotillard. And Jason Clarke was really good in it too. I almost forgot to mention him. I liked watching him on screen. And even though there were points where I could see where the movie was going, I wasn't super disappointed by the time we got to that point because of how things were executed. Like, outside of the technical qualities of the action scenes, like, there were still things that I did like despite my issues in those action scenes. So check this movie out whenever you get the chance. It's solid. I don't know if I would watch it more than once, but I'm glad that I watched it, and for what I got out of it, it wasn't a gigantic waste of time like some other movies that I've seen. So check it out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Public Enemies a 6 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Public Enemies, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for the Peanut Butter Falcon. And so look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.